Are there any member statements? The Honourable Pierre Yang.
President, thank you very much. President, I want to give a shout out to the West Australian newspaper today for being on the forefront of for social justice and also important issues, time and again. On this occasion, in particular, it's the article that was published yesterday entitled Can get it? There we go. President, the title is Coronavirus Channel 9 Slammed for Lack of Diversity in COVID-19 Vaccination Campaign. My statement tonight is not to diminish the intent of the advertisement, but as the article wrote, in fact, the advertisement missed the mark. The Channel 9 COVID-19 vaccination advertisement was calling for people to roll up their sleeves and get vaccinated. It had many of Channel 9's talents, including Eddie Maguire, Shayna Blaze, Liz Hayes, Richard Walkins, Kyle Stefanovic, Layla McKinnon, Hamish Blake, Tara Brown, Amy Shark, Rebecca Madden, Aaron Molan, Deborah Knight, Peter Overton, Andy Lee, Sylvia Jeffries, and Tom Stainford. I apologize if I butchered any of their names. And the article further said the rollout this week was unfortunate timing for the network, and it came under fire during Reconciliation Week. While the public health message was intended to tackle vaccine hesitancy, many agree it had fallen flat. A Twitter user, Mr. Richard Watts, said, "This message is great, but the lack of cultural diversity is staggering." Someone else by the name, not mentioned or named, said, "Good message, but do only white people work for Channel 9? Has no one told Channel 9 we are a multicultural, multiracial country?" And Channel 9, Channel 10 presenter and Media Diversity Australia co-founder Antoinette Latoff also took aim, and she said, "You at Channel 9, you missed your shot at looking like you care about the health of anyone who isn't white. Get vaccinated." And she tweeted. Now, President, at the end of the article, it says, the ad comes after the 2020 Media Diversity Australia report, Who Gets to Tell Australian Stories, found last year that more than 75% of presenters, commentators and reporters in the Australian media have Anglo-Celtic background. President, in fact, I just want to say that Channel 9 really didn't have to look too far to find talents in their own ranks of multicultural background. In fact, our very own Perth presenter Tracy Vaux would be a great fit for this advertisement and encouraging people to roll up their sleeves and to get vaccinated. And it's important that our media organizations representing and presenting the views of our community to put people of multicultural heritage as part of their advertisement. Political institutions like our parliaments across the country should reflect the community we represent. Public services across the nation should be reflecting the community we serve. And media broadcasters like the ABC and all other organizations should have content reflecting the people that we serve. I want to make a special mention that we have seen the first Indigenous member of this Legislative Council in the Honourable Rosie Sahana. We will welcome and hear the first speech of the first African Australian member of this Legislative Council, the Honourable Ayo McCool-Trott, tomorrow, and hearing her first speech. In the other place, we have Parliamentary Secretary, Mr. Yes Mbrakai, a member for Gender Code. We have Mr. Kevin Michel, the member for Pilbara, and Dr. Jax Krishnan, the member for Riverton, and Ms. Davina Dahana, member for Kimberley, representing our wonderful Western Australian communities. And I'm very proud to say that all of these wonderful members of this Parliament are actually from the Australian Labor Party. Now, Madam President, I just want to acknowledge the effort of the West Australian newspaper in championing for social change and in their stance on Black Lives Matter last year, on their front pages on a number of days supporting that cause. And on this occasion, and talking about cultural diversity in mainstream media advertisement and in terms of mainstream media content. Madam President, I think it's very important that this matter is being discussed, and we should be representing all Australians in our community, and I want to acknowledge the Western Australian newspaper for their effort.
Members, are there any other